Good evening and welcome to the Minions of the Zoo Saturday edition. I'm your host and keeper of the Harry channel, and with me tonight are Minions 3, soon to be 4.
Well, they just went into overtime.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
equivalent of overtime. So.
Maybe it'll go down to Sora's watching the Switzerland Argentina game. So
our reporter is on scene.
yeah, everything is exactly as it should be. So we've got SkepTok.
Hello, everybody.
Serenity Star 13.
Error.
And DrFunctional.
I am not a crook.
So you've got
I'm not a cook. Is that what you said?
You're not a cook.
I am not a crook.
So you've got the Warhammer picture. Is there some significance to that one, or do you just think it looks cool?
No, that's just one I made.
Okay. Is that Master Chief?
No. Master Chief is Halo.
I know. I know.
Harry should be insulted.
I know. It's
I'm playing Overwatch right now and getting that correct. Like, there's problems.
I know. I was just kidding.
It's just Harry being Harry.
Hey, Functional.
Your nerd sucks.
So I'm just kidding. So
I know.
I was thinking about the whole Star Wars thing. So how do you feel? How do you feel about the theme to Star Wars, the original movie, the original John Williams theme? Love it. Think it's the greatest thing ever. Think it's pretty good.
Oh, it's one of the best scores ever created.
Okay, I was thinking about this, and I'm not trying to pick a fight with you, but of John Williams stuff, I kind of feel like the Superman theme is better, musically speaking. And I was thinking about this.
It's to serve different purposes.
Yeah, I know. I mean, so the Star Wars theme is a march.
Yeah, well,
right?
It's a grand fantasy, like epic piece. Whereas Superman, it's a uplifting, it's epitomizing what Superman is: truth, justice, and the American way.
Yeah.
It's a very upbeat, positive score. Whereas Star Wars, the theme is a little all over the place.
Yeah, it's the relentless march.
It's a little dark. It incorporates different elements of the human psyche.
Well, it's kind of relentless. It just sort of starts and like it's big, and there's something.
And it doesn't let up.
There's something coming, and it never really lets up. The Superman.
It's giving you not only a new world, it's giving you a new galaxy, a new universe.
Well, the Superman theme builds. It builds. Yeah. It has phases. It gives you, it has resolution. It's got a lot of the things that you sort of want in a piece of music.
And even if you've never seen Superman, you're going to be elated by listening to that score.
It's a great score.
You don't know anything about Superman and you listen to that, you're going to be like, wow, I suddenly just feel happy. I suddenly feel like, I guess you have to be North American to sort of get that sort of feeling. I can't speak for the rest of the world.
Well, you had
Europeans are pretty dark.
You had to grow up with not in a 5-note scale world, certainly. But so go ahead.
No. You had a point to make.
No, I was just thinking about it. And I went back and I listened to the two of them side by side, and I just don't feel like being copy struck into oblivion. So I figured I'm not going to be cute about it. I'm just going to come out and say it.
We all know.
I'm just going to come out and say it. We've both heard these things. We know what they're like. John Williams wrote an awful lot of good music for film, and I just think trying to figure out which of his things is the best is certainly would be for somebody who really knew a lot about music, you could probably spend hours having this conversation, and I'm just dropping it in the middle of the hellos. But
well, as great as Williams is, I would raise you a John Carpenter. His scores, wow. I think those are probably, in my opinion, the best.
Well, they're both different wheelhouses.
Scores. Yeah,
they're both different wheelhouses. So it's like Carpenter's.
But it doesn't matter if you.
Well, I know, but the thing is like, to me, it's like they're both. It's like the apples and oranges thing. Apples and oranges are both great in their own way, but they're both great in different ways.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yes. But you look at like Williams is all about the orchestral, and regardless of what it's trying to evoke, it's always going to be something grand and something orchestral and something very beautiful. Whereas Carpenter it's very tailored for the films, whether it's Big Trouble in Little China or The Thing or They Live. They're very different scores. Halloween, they're very tailored to, like you were just saying, the movie, the genre, the feeling that he's trying to, but it's not as grandiose.
It's not, but that's because, like you said, the movies are not that way.
Yeah.
Because Carpenter is very good at giving a sense of tension that is a much more personal level of sense of attention. Williams, he does do the grand orchestral stuff, but he's very good at giving the overarching magic of that world in a sense. Like Star Wars is this very systemic and very technological in its own way, even though it uses a lot of brass and orchestral stuff. But Harry Potter is very that stuff, which I'm not going to do that. We're going to get copyright struck real fucking quick.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like they all kind of like they all do their own stuff. Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
Like is awesome. It's like one of the best ones. And then I think when they're allowed to do it, Daft Punk are really good.
When they wrote for Tron remakes,
God,
like
it's one of the best like modern
I can put those soundtracks on and like go to the gym, which is a perfect segue because Harry, it's gotten to the point, and this is the double-edged sword.
I'm so proud of you right now, but go on.
Of being a gym guy and improving your physique is that the people that you want to notice generally don't. By that I mean women.
Mm-hmm.
It's always guys coming up to me and being like, dude, and I'm like, thank you. I know there's the camaraderie of the gym, which I'm so thankful for because it's really great. We help each other, we motivate each other, we ask each other questions, fill in knowledge gaps or whatever. But it's like, come on, ladies, feast your eyes on some of this stuff. No, it's actually kind of funny because today I went to go use the leg press machine and I didn't check the weight, and I just went to, because a woman had just used it, and I went to, and I was like, holy shit, I'm not even moving it. I look down, it's full plates, and I lean over and I go, excuse me. She goes, yes. I'm like, were you just pressing full plates? She's like, yes. I'm like, oh my God, that's impressive. Mad respect. She's like, oh, thank you. I'm like, holy shit. And here I am struggling with 18.
Yeah.
She never commented on, never mind.
Yeah, I know. No, it's good. You talk about the camaraderie sort of thing. I get into random conversations with dudes all the time. They always want to talk to me about either my older Subaru, or they want to talk. They say, "Hey, how do you like your car?" 20 years later, how do you like your car? And I get that all the time. I'll get into these conversations with people at gas stations, outside the supermarket, and other times people say, "How do you like your motorcycle?" And I must be very approachable because I've told you that wherever I go, people think I work there, or they'll just think that I'll know the answer to the question. I used to
look like the man.
Yeah, I do look like the man, and people will
look like a serial
like
killer.
at Fry's. When Fry's used to exist, Skep, people would walk up to me all the time. One time it was this gay dude who was hitting on me, which felt really weird because he was trying to use the fact that I was wearing like a Hawaiian shirt on a Friday as some thing, and I had to give him the "you're barking up the wrong tree, buddy." Just because
your gaydar's on the front.
Just because I'm wearing this umbrella drink shirt does not mean that
the gay is only shirt deep.
Yeah. People.
Wait, is that what Hawaiian shirts mean?
They don't mean anything.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They just mean that it's
gay.
Friday,
it
and
means you're automatically gay.
It just means that it's Friday and leave me alone.
Damn it. Now I gotta get rid of all my Hawaiian shirts. That explains a lot of the stuff that's happening at the mall.
Who says I'm gay?
You
are gay.
Okay. I really do need to fix the soundboard. I have a lot more stuff I want to add to it, so we can be like a wacky morning zoo thing. So you went to the gym. Life is good. You had leg day, but you got humbled by a swole
life is
woman.
Interesting because Yeah, she's so cute. I think I'm so blind without my glasses, and I lift heavy. So if I wear my glasses while I'm lifting and the veins start bulging, I'm gonna break my glasses, so I can't wear them. So I don't know if this is the same girl that I've been infatuated for like the last 6 months, because I haven't seen her, and I wasn't wearing my glasses, so I still can't see her. Anyway, the interesting thing is that work has been interesting because as everybody knows, I'm a commission artist. I had a client recently default on their order. So now I'm tasked with again, it's a double-edged sword in that this is now going to net me more money, but I feel bad because he can't afford to pay and he said just sell it. So the downside is I actually now have to take the time to sell the thing, which, you know, it's easier when things are already, you know, agreed upon. Like if you create something and then, you know, people can't afford to pay for it, then you have to like find somebody who's in that specific market, and this is a niche thing. So it's been interesting. But I've been working nonstop because I'm solidly booked. Hopefully until November, and then I'm just taking December off and doing whole. You know what? No, actually, I might come down to the States side and do some more, you know, wandering about the great country of the United States.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Okay.
My FBI thing is long gone. Wait. Did I?
What?
Let's just gloss over that.
Do I need to stop the show?
No.
Okay.
I just had a run-in with the FBI in the 90s.
You'll be fine.
I may or may not have hacked one of their mainframes and had accessed their employee registry.
God, the bar for hacking used to be pretty damn low.
It was
the number of things that just like literally, it's not so much a back door if you leave it open and you can walk right in.
Yeah. What's the password?
No.
It's a bit more. Anyway, glossing over that.
Moving on.
I can go to the States. And it's going to be either a vacation. I'm thinking Texas or Arizona or both. And I'm also thinking.
Come on down.
I'm just going to look for whoever has the $6 million woman working in her garden nonstop and be like, "Are you Mrs. Skep?"
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know, and then also for take some time and paint some of my own stuff, because I've got tons of stuff that I've just accumulated over the years. I haven't touched any of my own stuff in years. So it'd be nice to have something new and fresh.
Don't clip that, people.
In my cabinet.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I say?
I haven't touched it. I'm not going to repeat what you just said.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Harry, how dare you? I am a chaste and virtuous man.
Yeah.
Now talk to somebody else.
Okay. Yeah. So, hi, Serenity.
Hello.
Wait, who are you playing?
Okay. What?
Oh, I stopped playing Overwatch because I have to watch chat for Harry.
Okay.
So I stopped playing Overwatch.
How responsible of you.
Yeah.
I was playing Hanzo, though. That's who I was playing at that time. Yeah. Anyway, apologies, Harry. Continue.
No, it's okay. I was just going to ask you what you've been up to, but apparently it's playing Overwatch.
Playing Overwatch, playing Marvel Rivals, playing Ark.
Which do you prefer?
I still like Overwatch better. Marvel Rivals, they haven't gotten their head out of their ass yet.
It feels a little less impactful when you're in combat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the reason
why
why I like
still like
Overwatch
Overwatch better. Yeah.
But that's the reason why I run around. You wouldn't know it from my rank. But anyway, we've had a lot of storms here lately. So it's mostly keeping the dehumidifiers running. So this way water doesn't, because we're a humid state anyway. So water just seeps everywhere, even if you have good everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like trying to keep the dehumidifier running. I have a dehumidifier in my room, just to keep the moisture out of there. Because my mom also has gout, so that doesn't act very well with humidity either. So that's like trying to keep it all at bay.
Did you guys get the intermittent torrential downpours?
Yeah. We usually do.
Okay, yeah, we got those too, and it was just it's so funny. 1 minute, the street is literally full of water, city street, just full of water, seeping up overflowing the catch basins and going onto the sidewalk. And then the next minute, it's back to like 35 degrees, bright and sunny, and it's just like
Yeah, same. It's
crazy. Literally
it's like 15-minute cycles. Like rain,
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
rain, nothing, rain, nothing. Thankfully, we have not gotten hail. I do not want to deal with the aftermath of hail.
No.
We usually don't get very big hail because there's probably science behind it. But to me, at least, being in a more humid area, hail doesn't get as big as it does in places like Texas where it's not as humid. Because like where's a piece? Knock on wood. We've never gotten softball-sized hail where I live. Like at most, it's like little itty bitty pellets.
Yeah,
So, but
we only
yeah,
did once in like 2004,
Well,
and literally, I had a Chevy, and it left dents because it was softball sized.
Oh yeah,
And like the roof was like all banged up, the hood, the trunk, it was awful. No broken windows though, thank
well, but we have sunroofs, so that's the reason why I'm a little worried about if
Yeah.
hail comes. Because I'm like, please don't. I don't want to have to deal with that. Because even though they're
That's an
Hondas, it's
expensive
still going to be
repair.
expensive and it's going to make me cry. But that made the humidity in the wintertime is what screws us because that's how we get so much fucking snow. Because humidity is what helps with snow. But so far we've been good. Nothing really major. Like 4th of July went off. The dog had a panic attack. The youngest one did because of fireworks. But his panic attack is going into the smallest corner he can find and just sitting there shaking. He's a lot better than he used to be because he used to also pant real hard, which means he would just sit in a puddle of his own drool. So he's a lot better than he used to be.
Sounds like me.
The other dogs either are partially deaf and cannot hear it, or they don't care. And the older animal, like outdoor animals, are so used to like gunfire, they don't give a fuck. They just don't care. The train's also desensitized. Well, because the train is literally the tracks that run near my house is literally like not even a half mile. It's like a third of a mile away from me, and it's right up against a mountain. So it literally, when the train horn goes, which will be at like 1:00 in the morning, they hear that too, and it's just random. So that's kind of desensitized most of the outdoor guys, and they've been kind of chill with that. But yeah, no, he's still young enough that he's like, it's gonna get me, and I'm like, it's not gonna get you. You're fine. It's gonna get me. It's not gonna get you. I don't know why you're acting this way. I'm like, you're fine.
It's like cats with the garbage truck.
Basically, it's like It's like you're fine. What is happening? Why are we acting this way?
I don't know.
My mom always makes the joke that if he was a cat, he would be latched onto the ceiling and we would never get him down.
Well,
if he's down. So
I have a question for you, but I think we should go to Skep first so that he can welcome the chat.
And we do have some folks in chat this evening. Jay Blizza and Tall Person, Green Badger, all came in to be a part of the show here in chat. We appreciate that. Been chatting with them. We do this for you, and you spend the time with us. Good bunch this evening.
Yeah, you have many entertainment choices, and yet you're still here. We appreciate it.
I apologize.
No, it's fine. So hi, Skep. Anything new and exciting with you?
Oh no, just more of the same thing. Just driving people hither and yon. Playing a lot more jazz guitar. Getting into a lot of jazz improv. So that's not too interesting to anybody, but I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I wish the connection between my brain and my hands was more coordinated. You know, in my mind, it's like, oh, I could be awesome. I could learn to play stride piano. I could learn to do all these things. It's like, no, can't do any of that. That's so not a thing. So I have a quick news thing for you, unless there's something else you want to mention.
No, that's
okay.
Wait. I need to know, Skep, what do you prefer, Marvel or Overwatch? Ignore me. Ignore me.
Ignore him. It's a semi-rhetorical question. So, Skep,
Rhetorical, eh?
what do you think of this? Navy will remove soldiers with medical shaving conditions after 1 year of failed treatment. So for people who don't understand this, you're not supposed to have a beard, facial hair in the Navy. There are people who claim that they can't meet that requirement because of some medical condition or other. So Hegseth and company have come down and basically said, there's a year, we'll try to treat you medically. And if for some reason after a year of trying to, get your shit sorted out, you can't make it, we're going to let you go. Just say that you have a medical condition that prevents you from staying in the service. Your thoughts on this, Skep?
Well, if you're going to potentially serve aboard a ship, you have to be part. Everybody on a ship, with just one or two exceptions, part of a repair party. You're assigned to a repair party, and in certain conditions, you report to that repair party, and you have certain duties you have.
You're very quiet, Skep.
Sorry.
That's okay. The thing is, you get more comfortable and then you get quieter. I want you to be comfortable, which is good. So, you know what they're going to say about this. On the face of it, it seems reasonable because they're treating everybody the same. That's consistent.
Here's the thing. Everybody on that repair party, every single person, probably all but 5 people on the ship, have to be able to use a piece of equipment called an overhead breathing apparatus.
Mm-hmm.
That has to be able to make a seal around your face. And if it doesn't, you'll die. Okay, if you need that piece of equipment and you cannot use it, you will die. And you won't have time to shave. You will not have time to shave.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why in the Navy, we used to be very clean shaven. We were absolutely clean shaven. Really until just about halfway through the Ford administration, I think, is when he started allowing just the first beards in.
I mean, you could have a moustache, I suppose. Moustache. There was a certain one-armed paper hanger from Austria who had a funny mustache, and I guess I think an urban legend that he had that because that was the only thing that would fit underneath the gas masks. But
well, it's as my one thing with this, as long as they can't try to claim disability, I kick them out.
Yeah.
Discharge their asses, kick them out.
Yeah.
You can't be bothered to shave, get out.
Or maybe short duty.
With an OBA though, it's a full face breathing thing.
Yeah.
So it seals around your face. That's where the it's got to be across your forehead. It's most uncomfortable thing you ever put on.
It's not exactly the same, but I remember because I love taking coal mining tours of old closed down coal mines because I'm of West Virginia born and bred. God damn it. But the old coal miners used to have these they look like old film canisters.
Yes.
And they're about the size of a bowling ball, but they're flat. So they're a round flat canister, and it was air.
That's what an OBA looks like.
Okay, that's what I thought because it's like that was the.
I think you're talking about the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why when you look at a lot of the old coal miners, they were clean shaven because you have to get that tight to your face,
right?
So you're not breathing in whatever the fudge
and
just
when
made
they
the
came
mind
out
go
of
boom.
The mine, that was the clean part of their face when they took that off.
Yep. And that's kind of the thing.
Just blackened with coal.
Okay.
But that's the thing. Like that's the guys just shave it. You'll survive.
Well, while we've got Serenity there, because the quick thing about the whole facial hair thing is people are of course going to turn it into a race issue, and they're going to claim that it's unfairly targeting people of of other races. They show a picture of a African American guy or person. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to call people anymore. I usually just prefer people's first names, but even in the picture in the article, they show some black African American guy trying to shave, and it's going to be one of those things where it unfairly affects these people. But if what Skep says is true, and I have no reason to believe it isn't, you have to be able to do this. Otherwise, maybe you are in the wrong service. Like this, would this be an issue in the Army?
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
they have very
Yeah,
similar breathing
Yeah,
apparatus
they
that
have
they have to put on. Gas masks. Like the
they
gas masks.
have NBC drill just like
Yeah.
the Navy does. Nuclear,
Yeah.
biological, chemical drill.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we have
that
standards
involves
now. Because for a
Yeah.
while there, it seemed like we just didn't have them. Whether it's standards were a thing that we didn't have. If some, well, I don't want to get too salty here. I don't want to try to turn into Asmongold and just sort of say salty things. Why do people like him so much? Is it just because he's based and he says the things other people
Yeah.
won't? Is that the whole
Yes.
thing?
Yeah,
And
he's
it's kind of that, but also he's the whole, well, if he could do it, that means that, so it's that thing. It's the reason why, and this is for male and females. It's just it's the parasocial relationship of seeing someone that air quotes looks like you
Mm-hmm.
um get
Hmm.
famous and have that kind of power kind of like scratches a weird itch where it's like, oh well, yeah, that means if I did it, but I just can't do it because I'm
actually
restricted.
in
That kind of stuff.
psychology. That's called the Maharaja syndrome. Very well
Yeah.
documented what you're talking about.
Hmm.
Very bad. That's a very valid psychological principle.
And Gold does have good takes occasionally. He just gets a
Yeah.
little too vitriolic for my taste, so I
No.
don't watch him because I'm like, okay, dude, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, and there is stuff to get aggravated about and absolutely should talk about, but he also gets a lot of crap wrong. One of his more recent viral clips was he was talking about a study, which he of course didn't name because God forbid anybody names a study,
Mhm.
that said that women were being unfairly chosen in tech fields, which can be a valid statement. This is the parameters he read off the screen that said was about the study. And for the math people, we're going to see the problem. It was 360,000 applications. Okay, that's fine. Over 30 years. Okay, that's not so fine. From 40 different countries. That sample number is too fucking small. And too easy to manipulate if you even do them equally per country. That's 300 applications per year per country. That is too small.
The error bars are big,
Yeah,
and when you add error bars together, you just get bigger error bars.
And the thing is like he does have valid. It is a valid point, but he just picked a shit study to talk about because women should not be unfairly chosen over other people because they're women. They
That
should
would
be chosen
never
because they're
happen,
qualified.
he says,
No,
pretending.
that never happened.
I've never
That
seen that happen in very important positions, Harry
Yeah.
says.
No.
But that's also happens with nepo babies. That also happens with people with specific skin colors. If you're from a certain part of the world and the company is too, and you're a certain skin color and a certain religion, you also get picked. It's one of those things, but it's still like that is not the study to use, you numpty. There are better studies.
Well, I just use
Do
my
it.
eyeball. I'll give you the super short version. The thing about the one incident that I have in my mind, which obviously I can't talk about the details, is that everybody knew, including the person who got picked, and she felt absolutely terrible about it. She was actually really good. She was just too young. It wasn't because she was a woman as an issue. She was just too young, and there was somebody who was white and male who was just more qualified, and the job should have gone to him. Everybody knew it should have gone to him. And everybody knew what was going on to her. And she felt terrible about it. It's not fair to anybody. It's not fair to him. He ended up leaving. She actually ended up moving on and going to Cisco and tried to recruit me to go work at Cisco. And I, of course, cleverly decided not to do that because I'm a genius about these things. And yeah, that was a really boring job, Skep. We've talked about it before, I think, after the show, but it was a terrible job at a company that I probably would have made a bunch of money at. But no, she's like fine, but it's not fair to her either. I don't think putting your thumb on the scale ever really makes sense.
No, and it doesn't. And that's the issue is that once again, it's a lot of people intentionally. It's the whole thing of interpreting malice when it's just stupidity. And that's the thing of like,
Hammond's razor.
Yeah, and that's the thing of like, oh, well, these women are taking these jobs. This is some people. I'm not saying this, but we've gone down the woman path. We're going to use that as
okay. Well, okay. Quick question. So, normally I don't like people remaking things from my childhood, but it looks like Netflix is going to remake Little House on the Prairie, and weirdly, this kind of hits me like, okay, I kind of feel like it might be time. I think it'd be really easy to do another version of this that might be okay. It's there's so much fertile ground in this topic. I kind of feel like, why the hell not? And I know normally they say, oh, I'm going to remake Bewitched, but it's going to be people of color and it's going to be like Charmed. And it's like, no, just fuck off. But I kind of feel like this isn't such a bad thing. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Well, Little House on the Prairie, like, for the most part, they kind of, because of the era that it takes place in, they can have black folks. They can have a Native Indigenous and all that kind of stuff. So they can have them be like the side characters, just not the main family. And they seem to have picked fairly well. Like, the girls look like they would be that kind of corn-fed outward to that part of the world. Like,
yeah.
And they did, and Netflix, even though they canceled it after 2 seasons, did really good with Anne with an E. That's a retelling of Anne Green Gables. But they did a fairly good version of that. So I think they with the much older texts, if they stay visually true to the source material, Netflix is usually not too bad.
Well, plus it's only been done once. It's not.
Yeah.
I just feel like
5 million times.
I feel like there's just room here to tell the story again, versus a lot of other things where you kind of like no.
Well, there's also with this, they can go a little, because it's on streaming, they can go a little bit into some of the stuff that Little House on the Prairie tried to touch on but couldn't do it because of censors. I'm not saying go full risque or anything like that, but like Little House on the Prairie did try to touch on racism. It did try to touch on sexism. The old episodes. I still watch that stuff because that plays on a lot of the inspiration and all that kind of stuff channels that are here. So they tried to touch on it, but censors wouldn't let them to do a lot of that stuff because of the time period it was done. So they can probably touch on it a little bit more in like this version. But yeah, no, they all look fine. Like the trailers I've seen for it look good. They look like they're probably filming in Canada like they always fucking do. God forbid film in the States. But the area looks right for where the show took place. Hey man, do.
Yeah, this is fine, right? So
I think Argentina won.
Okay, so Sora will be showing up soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was just like, I didn't want them to win. I'm like, okay. It's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So functional.
Yo.
Man lived in U.S. National Forest for 8 years, creating 1,000 pounds of trash. I'm almost surprised it isn't more than that. So some guy just decided, I'm just going to move into a national forest, and it's in Arizona. And he just set up his little encampment there and just lived there for 8 years. And so the issue is, this belongs to all of us, not one of us. That's kind of the thing about a national forest. But I'm not really surprised that he created 1,000 pounds of trash. In 8 years of living there, you know how homeless people are? How many tricycles and Lime scooters and other things can you collect in 8 years? Probably a lot. I mean, who doesn't want to live in a national forest for 8 years? But this sort of stuff drives me crazy. Do you have people living in the parks in Canada?
Yeah. Usually in public parks.
Yeah.
Harry, I have to, because I just now realized when I looked down on the screen.
Yeah.
One of the kids' first names is Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
That was funny.
Skywalker Hughes.
That poor child. We know who her parents really like.
No, at least she's not named Moon Unit.
Good Lord. She's probably like, just call me Sky. Please just call me Sky.
Yeah. Well, the freaking homeless people building their little encampments in all sorts of places. I don't want it happening on the streets. I don't want it happening in national parks. Do we need to set aside some sort of area where people can just go build whatever the hell we want and then put in cameras and make it into a reality TV show? I mean, what's the solution for these people?
They tried to do that, and I think it got canceled. I have a vague memory of a show from the early 2000s that was like that.
It does seem like that.
So I feel like it got canceled.
So what do we do with these people, Functional?
Kick them out.
I was about to say,
Kick them out.
Behind the woodshed and take care of it.
I mean, ultimately, you make stuff like this illegal, and all that happens is these people just end up in jail. And I'm okay with that. I think that's okay. I don't know what the deal is, but it irritates me when somebody thinks the rules don't apply to them. That's the thing where they just go, oh, the rules don't apply to me. I mean, I wouldn't want other people building their shack next to mine. It's like, this park is mine now. It's like my donut. I've licked it. Screw these people.
Don't lick that park. You might get a few other diseases.
Okay, here's a thing with a moose in it.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Load.
That's right.
It's important to
Save the
remember
baby.
that there's a very big difference between a bear sighting, a bear being aggressive, and a bear attack.
And a bear not being on
The
screen.
good news is that there's so many
on
ways to
screen.
avoid a bear encounter
Oh, not yet.
altogether.
She's
Yeah,
busy
there's-
talking.
Well, she's talking about staying safe from bears.
Oh, this is supposed to be my thing. So Maine couple spots a bear chasing a moose calf and help it escape. Now, as somebody who knows something about bears and moose, I wouldn't want to get anywhere near this. I would not help anybody. I would just get the hell out of the way. Would you want to place yourself between a bear chasing a moose?
There is no
No.
upside for you. No upside for you. Nothing
Yeah.
good will happen for you.
The bear could kill you. The moose could kill you.
The only
Yeah.
good thing that can happen for you is for you to get the hell away from that.
Yeah. So Elvia and Todd Malcolm were in Telos Township, Maine, about an hour or so from their home in Lincoln, when they saw a female moose along the edge of a wooded area before she turned down a side road. I said to Elvia, grab your phone because you're going to get a chance to get a picture of a moose, Todd Malcolm told the Associated Press. They parked their truck to watch the moose and noticed she seemed agitated and was grunting as if calling to a calf. Suddenly, the calf and bear charged out of the trees, heading straight towards them. That's not where you want it. You do not want to be in front of that. Todd Malcolm said there was no doubt in his mind that the bear would catch the calf and decided not to let nature take its course that day. I put the truck in drive and just stepped on the gas, he said, explaining that he wasn't trying to hurt the bear, just trying to put the truck between the bear and the calf. Man, this is like a Darwin Award being described sort of in real time. You don't want to have anything to do with any of this.
Well, I mean, it's a black bear. The black bears usually don't go after cars the same way the grizzlies.
The scary thing is the moose. The Serenity's got the point exactly right. You know, if it's black, fight back. A lot of times you can scare a black bear away. You will not scare a moose away.
Yeah.
A moose with her offspring, let me tell you something. There's just about nothing more dangerous than that. That would intimidate the shit out of a bear. A bear is not going to mess with a full-size moose.
Yeah.
No black bear ever messed with a healthy full-size moose and lived.
This is like climbing into an old, abandoned, but empty gasoline tank and then getting out your lighter so you can see what's going on inside. I don't want to have anything to do with that. So you're familiar with a lot of different people, Skep. Are you familiar with Emily Jashinsky?
Oh yes, very, very much so.
Yeah, she's sort of like the female version of Robbie Swove or Swave, or however you pronounce that guy's name.
Robbie Suave.
Yeah, he does really good work. She does really good work, and I like the fact that she's not super fancy. She's just like very straightforward, very even tempered. She doesn't really pick sides. She's just sort of like, I feel like she's very honest for a journalist, like way more honest than most journalists in terms of not.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She has a lot of credit with me for the exact reason you pointed out.
So the Smithsonian has come under fire from the Trump administration for basically being ideologically captured and just spouting all kinds of anti-American bullshit. And with our taxpayer money sort of spreading this critical race theory view of history hasn't been going so well under the second Trump administration. So here's a little bit of her talking about the report about the Smithsonian. Now, before this, I had to, for length, I had to go past a few things. She mentions, of course, all of the talking heads have said, oh, well, of course, the Trump administration is just being racist and yada, 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 and it's completely unfounded. It's like watching shills on Rotten Tomatoes just going, I don't even need to see the movie. I basically get paid by the studio, so it's automatically going to get a fresh score. That's the way the news seems to work with any anti-Trump stuff. But here, let me play Emily now that I've set up that thing. Ooh, a Fortnite video I haven't seen.
Well, let's do some original reporting here on After Party.
Okay, apparently my time offset thing didn't actually work. Let's see if I can do this.
Here on page 4. This report is chock full of exact evidence, verbatim reporting from the Smithsonian's recent history, showing that concerns, which were actually raised during Trump's first administration, as we started to see the ideological takeover of so many institutions very clearly, and then much of that came into plain view over the course of the pandemic, when the racial tensions were rising and the kind of professional managerial class that sits at the tippy top of so many of these institutions that govern bodies representing the entire country, where you have, for example, the Associated Press deciding what in 2017, before most of the country knew what preferred pronouns were, to just switch to preferred pronouns and copy. And that affected, to say that was the AP style guide, demanded you do that. Well, that affected papers in every corner of the United States immediately because of the decision of 10 people sitting in New York or DC or in other major cities. And so here we see something very similar happening to the Smithsonian. And this report is serious. It is full of serious evidence bolstering the administration's case and proving that their case is substantive and not some right-wing, anti-woke, anti-DEI fever dream. But the media is not even willing to look at this evidence, and neither are the institutions who should be concerned about it.
I love the fact that I'm pausing for copyright reasons as much as anything else, but I love the fact that she's just like stating facts. She's not being sensational. That's why I subscribe to her stuff. I think she's really great.
So the National Museum of American History is the focus of a lot of this report. And they say right away, the report says right away, that one of the most significant findings is what's missing. They say the report finds that a visitor to the museum today will find no major exhibit dedicated to America's founding era, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, other founding fathers, the Continental Congress, the Pilgrims, the Puritans, or other major movements of the American Revolution, such as Washington's crossing of the Delaware. Instead, visitors will find founders such as Franklin, introduced chiefly through their connection to slavery, while their decisive roles in building the American Republic and their anti-slavery efforts are minimized or ignored. George Washington and Abraham Lincoln appear in didactics that say next to nothing about who they are, let alone why they matter. The Pledge of Allegiance is treated as a tool for instilling nationalism without serious engagement with its rich meaning, and the Declaration and the Constitution are quoted selectively in ways that mute their claims about equality, ordered liberty, natural rights, and the divine source of those inalienable rights. Museum materials repeatedly suggested that Christianity functioned principally as an instrument of conquest, exclusion, or cultural erasure, while the constructive role of Christian belief in Christian institutions and shaping the nation and its freedoms received scant, if any, attention. White male and Christian Americans are regularly downgraded as the alleged embodiment of oppressive power structures.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, it's a long report and it's a long video, and we've already touched on the Smithsonian and their utter contempt for the truth more than a few times. I was just curious if you guys have any thoughts about this.
Anyone who still lets Megyn Kelly on, I'm sorry, I need to see like pictures from the museum.
Yeah, Megyn Kelly is not my
sorry,
favorite.
I don't. Nothing against Emily.
Yeah,
she seems like a very competent, smart woman.
Yep.
I need to see pictures. I need to see actual like visual proof of this, and not just a reporting of it. Because as someone who is a filthy, dirty centrist, I've seen both sides lie through their fucking teeth.
Well,
about multiple different things. So it's like good reporting. I need a backup. I trust no one.
Well, the Smithsonian's own website puts a lot of this stuff out there. So they have a whole thing about history, American history, and bringing in African American thing. And they had I don't think you were with us last week, right?
No, I do not.
No, okay. And I was showing some art in quotes from the American Museum of one of the Smithsonian American Art Museum.
I was here for that.
Okay.
I was talking about who,
and we've talked about them in the past doing this whole thing about like CP time and all the different things that are supposedly aspects of white supremacy. So I can't meet your standard of proof right now, but I can say that based on their own public statements, it seems pretty likely that what's being described is probably true.
Well, that's the thing. When I go to, this is the American History, National Museum of American History.
Yeah.
When I go to their website, their map has distinctions about American presidency, the first ladies, the price of freedom, American democracy, many voices, one nation, Star Spangled Banner. They have George Washington's uniform on exhibition. They have showing how we did transportation. American democracy, a great leap of faith. I've seen that one before because I've been to the museum before. Like, I'm not American presidency. It's just labeled as a glorious burden. Like I said, this is from their own website.
Yeah.
Now they do have a thing about low riding culture, which is still very American. But yeah, I don't take anybody blindly.
I hope it is true. I hope it is true. I would rather this be bullshit and the Smithsonian be portraying American history in a more even-handed and comprehensive sort of way.
Yeah.
I would rather that be the case. Oh, so you know the whole thing about the reflecting pool?
Yeah.
God, the reflecting pool. It may turn out that I have to partially retract some of the nice things I was saying about it. There was an expert on who was talking about, he was a guy who does this stuff for like Disney, and he was basically claiming that it's almost impossible to do what they were trying to do in the situation that they're in terms of the linings and the coatings, and that it was inevitable that this thing was going to sort of fail. I'm trying to find the link.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The reason why most of Disney's pools are the depth they are, or the size they are, is that it makes it easier for the water circulation. The problem with the reflective pool is that it's too shallow. And especially when you put a dark liner, especially during summertime, it's going to make the water even warmer, which is a breeding ground for algae.
Well, I think it's the liner that was the issue. I still feel that you can deal with the algae if you're willing to put chloramine and ozone and stuff like that in the water. You have to treat it like a swimming pool.
Or salt it, make it salt water.
So here's a little bit from this guy who actually seems like he kind of knows what he's doing. So let's just try to be even-handed and see what this guy says about it.
Bonded correctly. Is that true? And I've been going crazy trying to figure out what's been going on. What do you have to say to these people in our comments?
Oh, God.
Yes, a sealant or paint water stop material on a existing concrete basin of this size is next to impossible. And that's because of the sheer size of it. It's not the right material for the job. So what's going to happen, you have to get down to bare concrete. So the quality control of taking care of grinding away all of that existing old stuff to get to something that's actually bondable is very, very difficult and challenging. On top of that, there are going to be a series of micro cracks and fissures and things like that all over the place. And that's because concrete is designed for compressive strength.
Too bad Gunsky isn't here right now.
It's not designed for tensile strength. And when I say tensile, it means things that pull apart. So when you're working on a feature of this size and magnitude over that size of a footprint, our soil underneath it is going to shift. It's going to move. It's going to absorb moisture. It's going to heat up. It's going to cool down. So all of this stuff is highly, highly dynamic, which is what's actually causing it to fail, and it's what's causing it to crack, and it needs to be fixed.
So I can give you the précis because this is kind of a long thing. He basically says that the only way that you can do this on an existing thing, not like fresh concrete, but on an existing thing, is to basically put a pool liner in. And I think it would be very hard in a factory to build a pool liner that would cover the entire reflecting pool.
You'd have to build it in sections.
Yeah, you'd have to build it in sections. That's what I was thinking. Now, for the record, I don't actually, even if it is like, okay, well, Trump pushed these guys to do it. They weren't able to do it because it's impossible. You know, maybe there's a product out there that this guy doesn't know about that can bond to pre-existing concrete better. That's possible, right? But even if it is a giant failure, I don't really see this as being like, well, this is like everything the Trump administration does. It's just like everything's a failure. It's not indicative of every single thing they do. And it's okay to try to do shit and fail sometimes.
Or flail at it publicly. That's what's going on here.
Yeah, and I don't feel like that's just cope. I mean, they tried to do a project. He probably waved his hands when he should have listened to experts a little bit. I don't know. I think the jury's still out on this stuff. I'm trying to be appropriately skeptical, but running into a guy who seems to know what the hell he's talking about how it might not be possible to actually do what they tried to do, I feel like it might be worth sharing with you guys.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Worth
it's
knowing.
also like Trump didn't spend the full money for the refurb.
Yeah.
They can do something else until it gets done, but they've also turned on a lot of other fountains in Washington that haven't been on in years. So it's like it's a small. I agree with you, Harry. They are going to make it a bigger deal than what it is. I do agree with you on that. But it's like, considering the videos I am seeing from impartial people in Washington D.C. of what it looks like now, I let the reflecting pool have a problem. I'm fine with it because he seems to have at least done better in Washington than others have.
Yeah, even if they pull the lining up, okay.
Yeah.
Pull the lining up. You'll still fix the walkway around it. You still got the ozone things. You still cleaned up a bunch of stuff. I mean, there's more win than loss here. Maybe the liner isn't a thing, and you just have to pull the liner out. Okay, fine.
At least they tried.
Yeah.
Because if they hadn't tried a liner, someone would have been like, "Why did they just put a liner in it?" And so it's like, at least something was tried.
Okay, so I have a funny thing, and it's even sort of about space, functional.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll like this.
Space.
I think
the
you'll
CIA
like this.
intercepted a message sent back to Earth from a USSR spacecraft near the moon, in which a cosmonaut says, "The flight is proceeding according to normal. We're approaching the surface." According to cosmonaut Pavel Popovich, when we realized we would never make it to the moon, we decided to engage in a little bit of hooliganism. Almost a year before NASA astronauts landed on the moon, the Soviet spacecraft Zond 5 was supposedly sent up to make the first loop around the moon, known as a circumlunar trajectory. And while the CIA was monitoring communications between Zond 5 and Mission Control, the CIA was overhearing cosmonaut Pavel Popovich saying, "The flight is proceeding according to normal. We're approaching the surface," as if they were attempting to land. Apparently, this recording caused such a massive shock that Lyndon Johnson called the U.S. space advisor Frank Borman to ask, quote, "Why is Popovich reporting from the moon?" And when Frank Borman went to the USSR about a month after this happened, Popovich met him when his plane touched down, and Borman apparently shouted at him, "Hey, you, space hooligan!" The CIA.
Sorry, I was very amused by that.
And wouldn't you know, that made it worse because the competitive nature of the Americans came out and went, "You
space hooligan."
I mean,
we're gonna get there, you mother effers. We're gonna do it. Screw you.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I enjoyed that. Okay, well,
Respect.
also sort of. No, go ahead.
USSR, but well, I mean, it's the USSR, but at the same time, respect for just like being just like a older sibling who's just picking on the younger sibling.
I love the Russian. I love the Russian sense of humor. I really do.
Yeah, Russian. Well, I mean, when you have that much darkness going on,
Every single Russian person I've met has like this fantastic, dark, sophisticated sense of humor.
Their history has earned it.
Yeah,
they come by it honestly.
Drink torpedo juice. Face wall now.
read some Dostoevsky.
I've only read Solzhenitsyn. I'm not going to read. I'm not going to read Dostoevsky. And I picked the smallest bit of Solzhenitsyn I could find because I got shit to do, Skep. I just said I got to read some Russian literature. What am I going to do? For the Good of the Cause by Solzhenitsyn. Okay, good. I'm done. Check that box. Russian literature. Check.
I took a course in Russian literature at Northwestern, and I read the Brothers Karamazov. I read The Idiot also by Dostoevsky. Read Turgenev, Chekhov. Who else?
I watched the movie Love and Death by Woody Allen.
Gogol.
That's the same thing practically, isn't it?
What's that?
I watched the movie Love and Death by Woody Allen. That's almost the same thing.
Exactly the same thing.
Exactly the same thing. So, it's a story about Russia and wheat and revolutions.
I learned a lot of things from that.
Yeah. Hi, Sora.
Russia used to suck.
Hello.
Hello. So you watched the football game for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Argentina's in. No European supremacy and quarterfinals.
So England's going to end up playing Argentina, or who are they playing? Okay.
Yeah, Argentina, France versus Spain.
Yep.
So you can imagine trying to figure out, do I root for Spain or France? Garbage countries, no offense.
Well, no,
so-
France and Spain are the last two Muslim countries in the brackets.
No, England's in.
Oh, England's also in. So
Yeah, England won by the skin of their teeth.
Muslim.
Londonistan is, but the rest of it not yet.
But so obviously I'm
Yeah,
gonna
tell
have
the folks in
to.
Birmingham that.
We must vote for Mbappe because he's cute. So
Yeah.
okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
He's sweet.
Hey, do you want to see? Do you want to see something cute, Sora?
Yeah.
Of course you do. Of course you
Fit
do.
you.
She's like, I'm depressed now.
Abandoned bobcat kittens find a temporary home in Saratoga Wildlife Care Center.
Oh.
Look at them.
Yeah, I know. They're so sweet. Look at the babies.
They have their
wouldn't
tongues
scratch
sticking part way
anything.
out.
The eyes of a killer.
Isn't that called a blep? Isn't that blepping when they do that with their tongue?
Yeah.
Flipping.
That,
Yeah. Look at them.
Little baby.
the eyes of murderers.
Yeah.
Little chicken
Yeah.
killers.
Yeah.
No, they're
Well,
friends.
They're just hungry.
Yeah,
Look at those paws.
I know. Their paws get
Look at
huge
those
too.
killer mitts.
Lynx's paws get bigger, but yes, bobcats try to sneak into my
Big old
chicken coop.
murder mittens.
Yeah.
Rooster fucked you up, didn't they? Yeah, they
Those
did.
are
Fuck
demons.
Yeah.
you.
Good times.
I have a big old man rooster who is not afraid of anything because at this point he's near the end of his life, so he doesn't give a fuck. And he's just like, I will chest up to anything. And I'm like, dude, okay. I don't mind if it's another animal, but why are you trying to chest up to the truck? What are you doing? I know it has chrome, honey, but no.
Yeah.
I hope this is true because that's adorable.
The world is
I
a
look-
vast hellscape right now, but remember, the Mandarin word for penguin literally translates to business goose.
I can see
I
it.
learned what the Welsh word for jellyfish is today, and it translates to cunt of the sea.
Yeah, Harry would agree. Harry
They
would
call
agree.
them cunts.
Nice.
Boy.
The zoo is pretty safe.
But
So's the county fair.
Okay, so you know this is this falls under the "am I the asshole" thing. I was telling you guys last week about
The
my
answer is
neighbor
yes.
who eats all the
Always
fried
yes.
chicken all the time. The big guy who was always ordering takeout on fried chicken.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I thought I would have AI take a stab at like a sort of a reenactment of what it would look like. So I asked AI to show a person with like a feed bag full of Popeye's chicken McNuggets.
I'm worried about this.
And then AI came up with this.
I was gonna say it goes into fetish territory. Like, oh,
It's like a horse person with a human face and like one of those baby carrier things full of McNuggets.
Nope.
Thanks AI. That was great.
This is what you're wasting our water for?
Yeah, Harry.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Harry.
JD Vance Disco
dare you.
AI.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Okay, in the department, Skep ruins everything.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. The Chinese word for penguin, okay, which internet memes playfully translate as is the literal translation standing goose or tiptoe goose. The connection to business stems from the first character, which is like a little house with a little stand next to it, which is also used in the compound for business enterprise, okay? And so that's also used in the tiptoe part. So people are saying, oh, that could mean business. And so that's where all this is coming from. More than you wanted to know, but I need to know how that works.
All right, business goose. All right, we're good. Ah,
Well, I mean, it's like camelopard. It's gets the point across.
Camelopard.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So I did read some other thing where I guess a guy had chickens and the eagles kept coming down and eating his chickens. And so he was complaining about this to a German friend of his, and the German friend just kept laughing and he was asking why, because I guess eagle is in German basically means
It's
hedgehog. So
Hedgehog, yeah,
because
hedgehog,
his German friend was imagining these hedgehogs flying down from the sky and killing all of his chickens.
That would be more terrifying than an eagle.
That's better than business
that's
goose, but I
Flying hedgehogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think about like chestnuts
Mhm.
in their shell,
Yeah.
right? So, but larger,
Mhm.
coming down from the sky. Yeah,
Yeah.
You
that's
just
fun.
coming down like pieces of hail. Sticks with the freaking
Very
spine.
Yeah.
Spiky hail.
So referring back to the 4th of July. So 4th of July, illegal fireworks enforcement. How did agencies respond in Northern California?
Fuck you, Northern California.
So there was one. So here in Sacramento County, people caught with illegal fireworks were arrested or cited, and they could face fines up to $10,000 per device. Okay, so they sent drones out, and there was one house that got fined $100,000. One house. The fines for all of Sacramento, I believe, were $300,000. Yeah, but the largest fines was $100,000, with the citation going to a home in Del Paso Heights area. Crews also responded to 100 fires and received 292 calls for service. Yeah. Can you imagine a $100,000 fine for fireworks, Skep, living in Texas?
Yeah, in Texas, you might get a minor fine if you had a fission device more than 10 kilotons.
What was that? What was that, like, 0.1 kiloton mortar-fired nuclear warhead? Was it was like the Davy Crockett or the Sergeant York or what the hell was it?
Called the Davy Crockett.
It was the Davy Crockett?
Davy Crockett.
Yeah.
It actually had a half a kiloton yield.
Yeah.
And it could be dialed up to, I think, like 1.5 kilotons.
I'll get somebody's attention.
Yeah, and I've seen it. I've seen the video of it fired. And
Boom goes the Japanese.
It's impressive to see that thing just gets up and scoots down the valley and blows up in a nice nuclear explosion there in Nevada back in the 50s.
Yeah,
that was 1953, 1952, 1953. About the time I was being born.
Oh, let's see. Oh, well, before Serenity disappears, people are shilling their stuff online, right? And that's fine. I can overlook it. But if they're funny and they're shilling their stuff, I have no problem bringing it up. This struck me as amusing. We'll see if anybody else thinks this is as funny as I did.
Oh, yeah.
It's Miguel. Maybe it's just because I'm surrounded by people, but turning Smeagol into Smeagol amused the shit out of me. This is Orbital Clothing. I think this is pretty good hustle. They make a bunch of funny t-shirt things.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Smeagol.
Hey, Smeagol.
Yeah, it's appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's priceless.
Okay. Yeah. Well, here's another palette cleanser while we're here because it's just right next to it on the spreadsheet.
Aww.
He's paralyzed from the waist down. But at second glance, you realize that the hustle game is strong with this one as he takes off with the chicken leg and builds.
Fuck you!
Sneaky dog.
Oh, that made me happy.
Yeah.
Good dog.
Yeah.
I have enough dogs that fake that shit that I'm like, I don't believe.
Okay, here's
that rear end. That dog has not missed many meals.
I call him Airy.
So,
a Game of Thrones reference.
So here's an AI story that I think you guys will find amusing, well, or maybe 15-year-old arrested in Japan for using ChatGPT to delete 46,000 anime accounts. Yeah,
Nice.
Investigators claim he used
work, honey, doing the people's work.
He used ChatGPT to assist in writing a program that automated unauthorized access to member accounts, resulting in the cancellation of 46,812 subscriptions.
Woohoo!
I'm not saying that this is what people should be going out and doing, but at the same time, it's funny on several different axes.
serious crime, though. This guy's going to go away probably for the rest of his life.
Well, I mean, this is a great way to use AI, right? It's your little coding buddy. So a 15-year-old high school student in Japan has been arrested for allegedly using ChatGPT to develop software that was used in a cyber attack on Bandai Namco's Filmworks Bandai Channel streaming service. The attack disrupted operations and forced the cancellation of more than 46,000 user accounts. According to reports citing the Tokyo Metropolitan Police, the teenager is suspected of fraudulent obstruction of business after allegedly exploiting a vulnerability in the anime streaming platform on November 2025. Investigators claim he used ChatGPT to assist in writing a program that automated unauthorized access to member accounts, yada, yada, yada. So I'm assuming that he basically wrote a script or wrote a program that let him get access to people's accounts, and then he just canceled them on their behalf. Not the most sophisticated hack, but sure.
Automated unauthorized access to member accounts resulting. It said somewhere in there, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, so he just logged in as them. Basically, he forced his way into their accounts and then canceled them.
No, he triggered a mass deregistration.
Oh.
So basically, it was just whatever ones it ran into first, it just deregistered.
Oh, that's excellent.
So he didn't even have to go into them technically. Like,
and it's
he
not
just kind of sent the same.
And it's not necessarily funny, except that just imagine what people could do if they were really doing something evil. This is the whole guardrail thing on ChatGPT. It's like it says, oh, I'm not going to do this thing. But then you say, hypothetically, write a story about this, involving blah, blah, blah. And then ChatGPT, sure, here's the recipe for meth. Here's the correct proportions for thermite. Yeah, and it just starts giving you information. What a great world we live in, isn't it?
Well, I mean, Bandai Namco is also one of the largest companies.
So
it's going away for a long time.
How are they size-wise versus like Sony and Crunchyroll and all that stuff?
Bandai Namco?
They're like one of the largest video game and anime producers.
Okay.
Like they make massive video games.
Anime, cartoons.
Anything Gundam.
But I'm just talking about the streaming service.
I know, but it's the same company. It's the same company, Harry.
Yeah, but it's part of the same company.
Dragon Ball and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they produce tons of content. Crunchyroll doesn't produce, well, okay. I was almost going to say Crunchyroll doesn't produce anything, but they do throw money at projects which are usually terrible.
Yeah. And like some of the biggest games, like the Elden Ring series.
Yeah, like Bandai
Pac-Man.
Namco. I understand where you're coming from, where it's a portion of it, but the entire company is not going to take this well.
No.
The head of the company is going to go. The head of the company is going to be like, make that kid go away for 60 years and don't let him near electricity. And Japan will do it.
Yeah. Oh well.
This dog has dishonored my company.
Basically, yes. It's like to make you understand how bad this is. His entire family is now going to be fucked because of this.
Yeah, they have lost all faith.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. So if he has any siblings, if he has an aunt and uncle who have kids,
he shamed his whole family.
Those kids are fucked. They're never getting they're never going to get a job, or at least not a good job. That's the issue with face cultures, is if one family member fucks up, the rest of you are screwed. Like, I guarantee you his father probably lost his job. If his mother had a job, she probably lost her job.
Well, thanks. It was funny earlier.
Well, I'm sorry, Harry. If this was in America,
it's all about how it affects me personally. That's the thing. It's not a
If this was in America, I'd be like, haha, the only one who's going to kind of pay for it is the parents a little bit, but the kid is mostly going to get it. But no, Japan, they will.
I don't know,
that
because
family.
It being a face culture, like people might see this as being an honorable thing, even though technically illegal.
No, they won't see that as honorable.
No. Against the conformance of no, not in a culture like Japan. That is conform. One of the most normative cultures on earth, and they will freak out at this. That they hate this kind of crime. They really do. This is the kind of thing that scares Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like, and this thing is like the public are going to do a lot of. Well, if the parents had only gotten involved sooner, the kid could actually be doing something good instead of this. Like, that's literally how it's going to go.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the thumbnail. Russia deployed its newest Su-57 to defend oil refinery in Omsk,
Yeah, fun.
I have a friend in Omsk who has a friend in Tomsk.
Right, exactly.
Lumps.
Oh God, Tom Lair, you're
Tom
just
Lair,
just
where are
the
you,
best, Tom.
A shot.
Anyway, yeah, okay. To defend oil refinery in Omsk, I feel like I just have to go into the song again, but it was hit anyway. Yeah. So this is Russia. Remember, Russia has an economy the size of Spain. Okay. So they try to do an awful lot of stuff. And given the constraints that they're dealing with, they do pretty damn well. They punch way above their weight, but they still have an economy the size of Spain. So it's not surprising that their super next generation fighter is probably not even as good as the Chinese one.
It looks like a second gen knockoff Chinese.
Yeah, it does. So in mid-May this year, Russian propaganda outlets claimed that the Su-57 was being used to counter Ukraine's long-range drones. Because when you're trying to take out drones, you send up... yeah, never mind. Okay, no confirmation... Sorry?
Harry, we can't judge. We sent a freaking F-35 or an F-22
after a balloon.
After a balloon. We can't judge.
Anything that gets the F-22 in the air is worth it. It's like, God, what a beautiful airplane. Probably still the best airplane that humans have ever made as far as a fighter jet. Yeah, F-22. It's too expensive. We can't make anymore. Shut up. Okay. Yeah, so let's say located 2,500 miles from Ukraine's border, revealed that the Russian Aerospace Forces used S-57 fighters to intercept Ukrainian long-range drones. So at the same time, just a few days ago, a photo of a Russian Su-57 jet in an anti-drone configuration appeared online. The aircraft was equipped with 4 short-range blah, 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 blah. A combination of R-73 and R-74 air-to-air missiles, yada, yada, yada. Well, the crux of this is that the damn thing got hit, which kind of shows that its stealth capabilities aren't really all that they're supposed to be. And people have known that.
Lock on it.
God, the memes are pretty great. I need to find one of them. But sorry, go ahead.
Part of the article says, according to TWZ, a pod containing a 101 KS-N electro-optical suite may have been mounted under the engine.
Yeah.
It could theoretically be used to counter targets, such as drones.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Well, we have a bunch of stories from our own pilots who've been in various engagements over the years. So starting with the Tomcat moving forward, of how you use countermeasures to not get blown out of the sky by missiles. Yeah. But in theory, if this was like really that good, a super next generation stealth fighter, it shouldn't be that easy to get a lock on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's like, how do you get hit when you're 1,500 miles away from the front in your super 5th generation Russian fighter?
Apparently.
Yeah. Anyway, I just like making fun of that. I like Russian.
There was
people.
a time where the SU super flanker was something to be worried about. I don't think so anymore.
Yeah. Well, again, they're just held back by the fact that it's Spain with a different accent. They don't have the resources to be the king of every single thing. They can't conquer space and conquer the military, and they can't. They just don't have the production capacity to try to go against the United States. And I'm not trying to, this isn't like a hubris thing. They're doing the best they can within their limitations. Whereas the Chinese can just throw money at this kind of stuff. They don't care. And the United States, we're just going to borrow money until...
a lot of labor at it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just crazy. Anyway. Let's see. Reflecting pool, bobcat kittens. Here's a thing. Okay, NASA is recruiting volunteers for a year-long Mars simulation mission as the agency prepares to renew lunar exploration and eventually crewed trips to Mars. It seeks civilians willing to live in isolation at the Johnson Space Center in Houston. No, I'm not going to let you lock me in a room in Houston and isolate me just as part of your weird experiment.
How much would they have to pay you?
Yeah, how much you paying me, bitch?
Dude, if I see those videos and these articles about like a lighthouse, like we'll pay you such and such a ridiculous amount of money to just be in a lighthouse by yourself, I'm just thinking, oh man, 3 months in a lighthouse sounds like paradise. It really just sounds.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh man, I would so do that. Just like, oh.
Do I get to bring my paints and paintbrushes?
Oh yeah, yeah. I could tap into all that Russian literature I haven't read. Okay,
Yeah.
Dr. Zhivago, here we go.
Slowly grow a
War and
rescue
peace.
blank beard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pasternak is too modern. In order to appreciate Pasternak, you really do have to read Dostoevsky. Really, no kidding.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like functional, like you'd be willing to do this, and I'm not sure I see the science in it. Are we just studying the psychology of locking people up for a year? I feel like we've done that.
No, we really kind of haven't. There was a few times that we tried, or like third parties have tried, but it didn't work out well. So I'd much rather them test it on Earth than to send randos up there.
we tested for Moon when we test those variables. So why not test for Mars?
Yeah,
that's the next logical step. We're not going to go inward. We're not going to go to Mercury.
I'm fine with it not being me. Okay, if somebody else wants to be the guinea pig in this, that's absolutely fine. I want no part of any of this.
Oh, okay. Well, then fine.
Yeah, I just don't want to be the one.
Again, just let me bring, how long is it? 3 months?
Oh, it's a year.
Oh, a year. Let me bring along like a year's worth of paints and brushes and miniatures and what to do.
Yeah, okay, so here, just to give it credit, the Moon and Mars Exploration Analog Program will begin no earlier than August 2027. Selected 4-person crews will reside in connected habitats mimicking a deep space vehicle and a planetary surface base. Participants will experience realistic challenges such as delayed communications, limited supplies, and virtual reality spacewalks. It does sound like the Disney version of Mars, though, doesn't it?
It's going to be a sausage fest.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, they're not. It's gonna be like the military. You're not supposed to be boinking. Doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. But
we need pay-per-view on this.
Also, would they allow you to bring your stuff? Because
yeah, that's the thing. Because it says limited supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be whatever for survival and probably the very bare minimal pleasure stuff. So something like your paints, miniatures, that'll take too much precious cargo space, right?
Some Bischoff cookie butter, like a case of it.
There you go. That would be gone in a week. But like
freeze-dried Biscoff butter.
Just as good.
It's one of those things where it's like, I much rather them start to do this while they're building to go to do the Moon and Mars stuff and do it here on Earth. This way, if someone does have a fucking mental breakdown, they're not like turning into a serial killer in space. But also, I would like to say this. If I swear to God, I bet you if you scroll down, Harry, there's going to be some air quote introverted motherfuckers in the comments.
I'm afraid to look.
But it's like, okay, this is not the same as introversion. You stupid motherfuckers. You have to fucking work with these people.
I would love to
just
volunteer.
you cannot just go into your little room and shut your little door and then not do your job.
Yeah. No.
You're not, this is not, and there is no going to Starbucks. There's no getting McDonald's. There's no getting out and being able to like be alone for a little bit. You are not alone.
Yeah. Can I post to Instagram from this
No,
thing?
No internet, bitch. That's probably what the truth is going to be. No internet for a year.
Feeling cute in my new suit.
Woo!
It's a vibe. Mars.
And also, like, Assassin does say, what is NASA paying? But the fact that no money is mentioned tells me everything.
Yeah, I mean, at least with the lighthouse, you get paid.
Yeah,
you get paid in exposure.
You get paid in exposure.
Well, they probably do pay you, but they probably don't pay you much. That's the reason why they're not mentioning pay.
They pay you like it's jury duty.
Yeah,
you get housing, room and board for a year.
Bitch, you're putting me with 3 other people I do not know. You're paying me 6 figures. I want compensation when I come out the other end of this shit.
Yeah. I think
my bank had to be rolling.
So Serenity's going to disappear. So I want to show you this one funny. Well, I think it's funny. So you know how AI is stupid.
Yeah.
I like AI when it's used for its intended purpose, just to make up fake stuff that's obviously fake. But anyway, here, enjoy this video.
Oh my God. I think that's a group of mountain haggis. No way.
Oh, okay. I like this stuff. Aww.
Oh my God, it is. That's amazing. Oh my.
They look like they should bounce when they fall.
Yeah.
Mountain
haggis. I like that.
The mountain haggis.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, it's okay. Certainly better than the Popeyes feed trough idea that I had. Grok, you're useless. Oh, let's see. So does anybody? Can anybody tell me? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just in case everybody says goodbye before I come back. Goodbye, chat. Everyone have a good night, and I hope whoever you're rooting for in the final, I guess 4, wins at the FIFA. Have fun. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's see. So does anybody know anything about this this supposed white nationalist group, Patriot Front?
No.
So this picture was around, like, this woman's on the bus or the public transportation, and she's surrounded by these supposed Patriot Front guys. Are they actually white nationalists? Are they really trying to establish a white ethnic state, or is this just we think they're just glowies?
They're feds. Yeah. That's an AI photo. That woman has been filmed defecating on that same transit system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a note to myself, and I just said, I have no opinion about this.
But the comments were glorious.
Well, this is on NPR, where you get your best, most unbiased news. With the white nationalist group Patriot Front, what you see is not what you get. So they're going into supposedly where all their money comes from, and you're saying that it's the fact that they're like GS7s or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
But I mean, like, it's look at what happened with SPLC, Gretchen Whitmer, and the FBI up there. I mean, it all glows.
It all glows, yeah.
They have no counter otherwise.
Well, I don't trust anything these people say, but even if I took this picture at face value, it's not like anybody's abusing her or trying to kick her off or failed to offer her a seat or anything else. They all look very well mannered for people I'm supposed to be afraid of. I mean, nobody's oppressing her. It's not like other videos we've seen on public transportation where blonde girls get unalived by repeat offenders.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to when I said the comments were glorious, because people kept making that distinction. That,
nobody's bothering her.
Safe.
Yeah, at least she's safe.
Or she's never been safer.
It's sad that I'm so jaded that I don't know what to think about about any of this stuff. But I do know they get into the whole thing talking about Charlottesville, and ever since Charlottesville, and I'm just like, oh, you're still the people perpetuating the fine people hoax. So it's like, if you're not willing to at least put out a retraction on that, why should I listen to you on anything else? Because I know you're not honest.
No, they're just ideologues.
Yeah. Well, Skep, once we get to the place we need to be, once things are perfect and we reach utopia, they can apologize then for the inaccuracies and deceiving people. It's just important that we get to where we need to be.
Even when we get to Utopia Fusion, it'll be 5 years
away. Yeah. Thank you for your participation, comrade. Please face wall.
Yeah, exactly. How compelling.
Yeah.
Face wall.
Yeah, exactly.
But I wanted to be an artist. Face the wall.
Yeah.
We'll make one final piece of art.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if any of this is true, but let's just take this at face value. Between the years of 1725 and 1765, this woman, Valentina Vassilieva, gave birth 27 times to 69 children. Her births included 4 sets of quadruplets, 7 sets of triplets, and 16 sets of twins. According to Guinness World Records, this is the world record for the most children born to a single woman. Let's take in the majesty of the look on her face in this picture. Now, I don't know if any of this is true. Okay. It may be true. Maybe it isn't true. But I'm trying to unpack what might be going through her head if this is an actual picture.
Oh, God. Jedediah's got that look in his eye again. Shit.
I'm
I was
so
gonna say, I'm glad she. I'm
let's
surprised she
see.
didn't castrate her husband.
yeah. I mean, I suppose it would be possible that somebody would be genetically disposed to having multiple births.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Well, yeah, when that happens, it very definitely is genetic predisposition, and that predisposition can be quite strong. And there are records of ladies who have had multiple sets of twins and triplets.
Yeah.
She's one of those.
Yeah.
One of those dames.
Yeah.
She's no one to stop though.
She's been through a lot. This seems a bit much.
Shit. Basically started when she was probably about 14 or 15 years old, making babies.
Yeah.
Making them buy the bushel basket. Made them until she probably hit pretty early menopause. Don't imagine there was probably one of the most battle-scarred uteruses in womankind.
Yeah, I
and
feel
only 4 survived to adulthood.
I feel like she would need like a village of wet nurses just to keep all these kids fed.
Yeah, yeah. This is like the every sperm is sacred sketch of Monty Python. Nigel, Olivia, Harry.
Ah, yes. Love Monty Python. Okay, well, let's see. So we did the haggis, we did this woman and that look on her face, very important. Let's see. Oh, let's see. I have a Jared Isaacman thing. Where is it? No, that's Larry Ellison. We don't want to talk about him.
Has Lawrence done something stupid or good or bad or anything?
No, it's just the Times of India has this great headline. Billionaire Larry Ellison once fought the entire city of San Jose so he could land his private jet at midnight. But when it came to buying a $490 million mega yacht, he did it over lattes and 2 emails. Yeah, that's because it's easier to build a $490 million mega yacht than it is to get permission to do something from the city of San Jose.
Not wrong.
It's like,
not wrong.
I feel like the people in the Times of India may not have their finger on the whole pulse of this problem.
No. Missing the point completely.
Now, this is going to force me to do something which I don't want to do, but I have to actually give Ellison credit for something. They show pictures of some of the yachts that he's built, and he has surprisingly good taste for douchebaggy billionaires. A lot of their yachts look like abominations.
They're amazing.
They are just amazing testaments to whatever.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that's a good looking boat.
That's a good looking.
Yeah.
That
Looks nice.
Yeah.
Looks
the bow
perfect
is
to be
properly raked.
set aside by pirates.
Yeah, so this is the Rising Sun super yacht. They show a picture of.
I bet you that thing hauls ass. I'll bet you that thing does 50 knots.
Yeah, it's
Easy.
nice. So I was working on the Ellison. I'd make it even bigger. Rising Sun was extended to 454 feet, making it 47 feet longer than Paul Allen's Octopus. Ah, yes, very nice.
Longer than a destroyer.
So then he ended up making this one, which is just a little smaller, 288 foot. That's another good looking boat. I mean, he may be insufferable and have a very punchable face. I'm not saying anybody should punch him in the face. But come on, look at that face. Jesus Christ. But he has really good taste when it comes to boats. I mean, I know they're ships, but that's a damn fine looking yacht. That's what a yacht should look like.
That's not a ship. That is a boat.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Quite right.
And
that is a top heavy boat with a relatively high center of buoyancy. I don't love the apparent design. This is a much better put together boat, partially because the beam is broader.
Yeah, well, the whole thing about San Jose was he wanted to come in at midnight or after the midnight noise ban on certain types of jets in his Gulfstream 5.
I remember that.
Now, Google and all of their money, they've cleverly, gave a bunch of money to NASA in exchange for co-opting resources. So Google has a bunch of stuff. I can't remember if it's in Hangar 1 or where it's supposed to be, but Google fly their private jets into a naval air station. A thing
No,
which
that was the old Moffett Field.
yeah, a thing which boggles the mind that when you look at well, how much money does it take to get really special treatment? Google money.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
I Googled money once.
Yeah.
Didn't turn out so well.
Yeah, Larry Ellison had to basically fight just to land his Gulfstream 5 at San Jose Airport, International Airport, whereas Google took over, it basically got unlimited access to a federal airfield. I'm sorry. It's
just by volunteering to pay to maintain it and because it's being
yeah. Okay, functional.
If you are a parent, you know that going out to eat with small kids can be, let's just say, challenging. Keeping them in line, making sure they actually eat, trying to avoid meltdowns, trying to avoid them sprinting out of their seat.
Let's skip
We
over
think
this
about all
one.
of those things with utensils and shouting. Since then, the policy has gotten a lot of attention on the internet and maybe not the kind of feedback you might expect. Kevin Coe spoke with the owner about why he did it.
Chez Shui means House of Shui in French, located in Foster City, run by Yo-Yo Shui and his family.
I see inviting people like you to my restaurant as inviting my guests and into my home. I expect people to treat that with the respect that visiting someone's home would entail.
So imagine your home eating dinner.
There's a child lying there getting changed, getting their diapers changed, right next to another customer who looked mortified.
The sight and smell ruined most appetites that night, but it was just one of several incidents Shui paid the price for. That's why he implemented this new policy shown on their menu.
Yep.
It asks parents to ensure children remain seated, and any unruly behavior could get the whole table kicked out. Parents are also financially liable for all damage caused by their children. One incident cost a parent $327 for a smashed credit card machine, while another...
Yeah, what kind of child goes to a restaurant and smashes the credit card machine?
I support this guy 100%.
I think as long as the rules are clearly understood ahead of time, I think as long as you say that's what's going to happen, you should be able to do whatever rules you want in a private business like this.
Those are the rules of society.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just being civil.
And that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to get the channel in trouble because our societies have become very low trust and there's a specific reason for it. And good on people like this for not backing down and taking the initiative to actually enforce it themselves, but
make a difference.
And yeah.
I do
People gotta learn.
I do feel that the news people didn't need to tell us what Chez Shui stands for in French. House of Shui. I don't feel that was really necessary.
They might have had to add like a few extra seconds to broadcast.
This is padded out to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. This is feels like a YouTube short topic to me, which is why we're not going to play the whole rest of it. But yeah, I'm sure people will consider it to be racist, homophobic, xenophobic, all the phobics. It's just going to be all the phobics by the time people talk about it.
It's going to be all the bad.
Look at these Chinese Nazis.
Hey, I'll bet it's a really good restaurant. Looks good.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Nice setup.
Yeah.
Nice walks.
Everything looks clean.
That's kind of that's the line I used to work.
It's a good looking kitchen. I'd eat food out of that kitchen. Until somebody tells me a reason not to.
I miss having that like a proper walk setup. Oh my god, it's so much fun to cook with.
And having like 60,000 BTUs hitting the back of a seasoned wok instead of
just like 4 blowtorches just burning the back end of that thing while you're just
Do you have an electric stove now?
Yeah.
You know that in terms
you
of
get the rings, I know.
In terms of BTU equivalents on an electric stove, I think the super burners that they put in that are like 3.5 kilowatts for like boiling water really fast, I think those only go to about 13,000 BTU and some change. They're really not anywhere near as powerful versus a good upper mid-range home gas stove. usually has burners starting at 15,000, going down to like maybe a little simmer burner that's 4. My portable butane stove that I have, I bought a Japanese one in Iwatani because, you know, I'm fancy that way. And I just like quality. And I don't want to blow up my house. So I have a little butane thing like you'd set up on a station for making omelets for a brunch, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
15,000 BTUs. Okay. My little portable stove is hotter than the hottest home electric stove can possibly get. So yeah, there's no substitute for this kind of commercial kitchen stuff. In a home with an electric stove, you can't come close. You really can't. Because most regular burners are closer to what, like 7,000? I forget what the number is, but it's not a lot. Electric stoves are really not. Home electric stoves are really not very
enough.
good. Just enough. I mean, if you're making a French omelet, they work fine. But for really good fried rice, not so much. Okay, so again, I don't necessarily have an opinion about this, except I want to kind of give Jared Isaacman the benefit of the doubt. NASA chief Jared Isaacman flew private military jets over DC for July 4th, despite FAA disapproval. Now, he flies private jets. He had a company that trained people, a private company that trained people how to fly fighter jets. He's an extremely experienced pilot when it comes to this sort of stuff. So he certainly has the qualifications. Let me see what CBS News had to say about it. NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman flew private military jets over Washington, D.C. in a flyover Saturday, while with acting Attorney General Todd Blanche as a passenger, despite safety objections from the Federal Aviation Administration. In an unusual move, a senior advisor to the NASA administrator petitioned the FAA on behalf of Isaacman's private jet company, JDI Holdings, to participate in the aerial demonstrations over the National Mall during the America 250 celebrations in Washington. Isaacman, who has made his fortune through a payment processing company, Shift4 Payments, also co-founded Draken International, a defense contracting company that also holds one of the world's largest privately owned fleets of military fighter jets. The petition sought to have 4 Northrop F-5 Tiger II aircraft from Isaacman's private fleet, flown by NASA pilots and U.S. Air Force pilots, participate in the flyover, according to a publicly released documents.
Brave to fly that Kennedy.
I'm trying to figure out why CBS News or even the FAA is salty about this.
Yeah.
Why?
Did they want to fly? Was there other planes in the demonstration and they said that, well, you're amateur and compared to them or something?
I mean, I think the word amateur doesn't really apply in this case,
Yeah.
but civilian would apply, would be the...
So civilian, sorry, yeah.
So
that
the
would
FAA denied the request on June 30th, deeming the Cold War era F-5 fighters a very high risk to operate over densely populated areas with a lack of emergency landing zones. The denial called the...
F-5 has a deservedly bad reputation.
Yeah.
There's a reason that the Navy abandoned it.
Well, the denial called the F-5 an aircraft for which a single system failure will render the aircraft uncontrollable.
That's absolutely true.
Okay.
Absolutely true.
So it says Isaacman pushed forward with the flyover. NASA bypassed the review's restrictions by transferring Isaacman's aircraft from private to public use under the space agency, allowing the aerial demonstration to continue despite the FAA ruling.
Yep.
That's good to be king. The FAA conducted a standard safety review for a privately owned experimental aircraft. Well, it's not experimental. We know what the track record of these things are. We also know that they're probably well maintained and that the crews certainly had the skills. I mean, is it really that big a fear that an F-5 in a short demonstration like this is going to drop out of the sky and land on Mitch McConnell's head?
No, and the thing of it is, you know, you probably gets into a problem unless you're if you're not stressing your frame. The thing about them was when you did anything aggressive, made aggressive moves, then it lost control of the aircraft, and it would go into the spins that were not recoverable. Didn't have the aerodynamics to recover.
Well, this thing wasn't designed by a computer. It was designed by artists who made models and put them in wind tunnels. And then very, very, very brave people who got in behind them and said, yeah, this handle's okay. And then That's how we put these things together. But it is a part of American aviation history. And so if you're celebrating 250 years and you're doing a military flyover, having some vintage aircraft in it seems like a good plan to me. An acceptable risk, maybe?
Yep. Maybe.
Do you think the FAA is just still full of bureaucrats? Do you think it's just all just sort of deep state sort of stuff?
Yeah, I think this is them just wanting to assert themselves. There's F5 is a little bit more risky than a modern aircraft in that it was rickety when it was new, and these will be very well maintained. I'm sure if anything has a making it well maintained enough to do that work. It's not really.
Yeah.
It won't be in this particular case, but if you did this over and over again, one of them will fall out of the sky.
Yeah, eventually. Okay.
Well, and pretty soon too with F5s.
Pretty soon, none of those will be
Tiger
flying.
Shark.
Yeah.
And he killed a lot of naval aviators.
Well, speaking of airplanes, we've been talking about that might fall out of the sky. We talked about the air taxi business. There's two companies, Archer Aviation and Joby, with Joby. Now, honestly, if I'm just picking them based on the name, I'm going to go with Archer because Joby is kind of a silly name. But a bunch of them are doing manufacturing and research here in California. Why? I'm not entirely sure. Go away. Okay, Archer Aviation leases 30-acre Morgan Hill complex for expansion. Why do you think an air taxi company is choosing to deal with all the horse shit of California bureaucracy to come in and do this? Do you think they just got like a really sweet deal to try to bring the business in, or do you think there's some strategic advantage to doing the business here? Because I'm having trouble seeing it.
These days, those behind behind closed doors deals are commonly done with municipalities, big businesses. I wouldn't be surprised if they're getting.
And just for people who don't know, Morgan Hill is a community about 30 minutes south, 20, 30 minutes south of San Jose. Not that far south of San Jose. So it's not really in the Silicon Valley metropolitan area per se. It's kind of adjacent. There are small aircraft there. Land is a lot cheaper, and there's definitely space to build something there because a lot of it's just open. And a lot of it's just so dry and shitty that it's not even ag land. It's like it's practically begging for warehouses and aviation and stuff like that. So maybe they got a really good deal on it. But there's going to be places in the Central Valley where there's even better deals on it. It's still not the cheap seats. Because as long as you're within bedroom commuting range.
If you can commute.
Yeah.
Commute to San Jose, you're going to pay.
Yeah, you're going to pay. So I just wasn't sure. I mean, I think these air taxis are kind of cool, but I kind of worry about them dropping out of the sky because they can afford to lose one motor. Yeah, is that Serenity?
No.
No, it was Sora. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know all the stuff it takes to keep these from crashing.
Safe.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel safe.
It's like getting in. It's like I'm going to climb into a human-sized drone, and you're gonna drop me off like a zipline package to the airport as a thing to get you from Oakland Airport to San Francisco Airport, flying over the bay. Okay, I've like zero issue about that. But as soon as you start flying over populated areas, I just kind of feel like these things are so complex that they're inherently less safe. Because
later one will fall out of the sky.
I mean, how many times do you see Teslas by the side of the road going nowhere because the battery gave out or something? They seem to be by the side of the road a lot. Just based on what I see riding around. Well, I haven't seen one on fire yet, but it seems like a really good car to strand yourself in, and it's not like you can get out and fix anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's like, well, can't have innovation without sacrifice. Let's kill a few people. I don't know.
See them all the time out here.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to find something. Hold on.
Fun to shoot at them. No, just kidding. Kids don't shoot. Bounce off.
Yeah, it's fine. I got some new tools. I'm trying to show you what I got. Okay, that's not it. Let's see, am I going to dox myself if I show this? No. Okay. So I got this for the motorcycle because I wanted to have some tools and I wanted to find something that would fit under the seat. And this little thing came up. I've never used these. These are made. They're not made of Chinesium. They're made of Czechnium. So they're from I guess from the Czech Republic. And these guys make some really cool looking tools. I like everything about this. It's got just the stuff I need to fix my motorcycle 90% of the time and nothing else. Like for instance, it doesn't have an 11mm socket on it because Japanese and European bikes tend not to have 11mm hex heads on them. So it has 4 sockets, but they're the 4 you're most likely to need. And it's got torque wrenches and all this stuff, and everything's kind of color coded. I have to say, I really like the amount of thought that they put into this package.
Got a torque meter on it.
Yeah, there's some torque stuff, and it's comes in a little pouch that's magnetic, so you can basically just slap it onto the frame, and it's got a little magnetic patch for holding your bits so you don't lose them.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Like it.
And I think it's going to fit underneath the seat, which is going to be a damn sight better than, with every year, the toolkit that comes with your car or your motorcycle gets shittier and shittier and shittier.
Absolutely.
Like my old Suzuki came with like pliers and a screwdriver that you could reverse and like a thing for removing the spark plug. It had all these great things in it. And it was pretty small and compact and it could just fit under the seat. And, my NT1100 came with a reversible screwdriver and a hex wrench. One hex wrench. That was it. Wow. That was like the whole toolkit that came with the bike. I'm like, screw this noise.
Congratulations on your purchase, sir.
Yeah. Feel that pride of ownership. So I bought one of these things, and it's actually a modular system, so you can slide other modules on it. So if you wanted to add things to it, you can put them together. These guys make some pretty nice tools because I normally would use Weha or Knipex or one of these other things. I've never used these tools from Czech Republic, but they look really nice. They showed up today, and I'm like, yeah, I like everything about this. I really like the fact that it's like a super compact toolkit. And it's just really well thought out. And if I tried to make this myself, it would be way bigger than this. This is kind of cool. All right.
Very cool.
But enough about me.
Weha, like the Weha River?
Yeah. Well, those are German and they're really good. Oh, shut up. Okay, well, apparently we're not going to see this, but FCC approves test of space mirror to light night sky despite outcry. I don't want space mirrors beaming stuff down onto the dark side of the earth.
Yeah, no.
This just seems like a really bad idea to me.
This seems like bad science fiction that ends in like a frozen apocalypse.
Oh yeah, I saw that movie. It had Dean Cain in it. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel. I'm not kidding.
There you go, see?
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Functional?
That's pretty cool because you could build a super solar collector and generate a lot of power.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know. I'm just thinking that there's a lot of practical applications for testing technology like that because we're kind of at the mercy of stellar bodies, and if we can find ways around that, you could use anything nefariously. It's is what it is.
True.
The chat was saying that I don't pay attention, so I just put in a note saying that I never pay attention. So
at least he's consistent.
At least I'm consistent. No, I'm multitasking poorly at that.
And our chat attendee is off tending to dogs.
Yeah, which is a problem.
Don't ask me. I barely pay attention to the show.
There you go.
It's not until Harry's like, "Hey, Functional.
Hey, Functional, wake up. There's a thing here with your name next to it." How about something nice for Sora? Sora will like this. You like cake, don't you?
Occasionally.
So there's this thing, which I guess is called cake picnic.
As holiday picnics go, it's fair to say that this one really takes the cake.
Boo. Boo.
Oh no, I'm already sick.
Okay, I hate the sound. We're going to make that be less of a thing.
As the Met Gala.
Yeah, so basically it's a thing where
No, this is all
this
is all decoration without taste. I hate it.
the slogan is, if you don't have a cake, you can't join in. So you have to bring a cake to be in the thing. And then people sit around and then they take pictures of their cakes, do their little Instagram thing, and then they shove big buckets of cake in their mouth. So you think this is terrible?
Yeah. Half of these are probably disgusting. Can you imagine how long and how dry the innards were to get to that point? Now that bundt cake or the other cakes that are like you can see the like that. Oh god, that's disgusting looking.
Yeah,
Why
people call
Sora
it
the pessimist tonight.
Yeah, people call it fondant. I call it fondant. I hate fondant.
Is the most disgusting
No,
thing ever.
I made an amazing blueberry fondant that encased a multi-layer.
Play-Doh is evil.
No,
Never
you can use it
before.
right. But I made a TARDIS. It was about 6 inches tall, and it was delicious because it was blueberry and had a blueberry reduction inside layers of buttercream and Rice Krispie Square like layers.
So for those who don't know, fondant is a pliable thing that you can mold around cake. It's like Bondo for cake, okay?
Yeah.
Now, there's pre-made fondant, which is terrible because it's a building material, really.
Yes.
It's not about taste, it's just about structure.
Yes.
But you can actually make fondant from scratch, which almost nobody does, which is essentially like putting a sheet of marshmallow over the top of the cake.
Yes.
And it'll actually taste good. And I didn't even know this was a thing until I saw somebody do it in a baking competition. And it's like, everybody's like, hey, this fondant actually doesn't taste like shit.
Yeah, yeah. And you have to use it like, I mean, of course, like in my case, I made a phone box, right? A TARDIS. And so had to use a very, very, very thin layer on the outside as to not make it just a bad mouthfeel.
Now, functional, I just want to point out the male to female ratio in this shot. I'm seeing two dudes.
I see a third, a fourth.
Okay.
There's a couple.
Yeah, there's a few of them in there. But as a
reason why I cook.
If you make a delicious, delicious cake, and there's going to be a park full of hungry, cake craving women, don't you want to make the cake and take it there and have all these women come and talk to you about your delicious cake?
Eat it to them.
Yeah. Oh, look, you've got some frosting on your nose. Let me get that for you. Oh, thank you. Assault. Well, they had one in Toronto. They've had them like all over the place. It seems like every couple months they do one of these things in a different city. And I don't know. I think Sora's... See, I was actually all on board about it until I realized that Sora's right. Most of these cakes are going to taste like shit.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think she's just being a pessimist.
Yeah.
Realist.
But even bad cake is better than no cake.
I disagree.
And look at that. You get a pizza box and you get to load it up and buy a bunch of different cakes.
Yeah. Cake. But that does kind of make me happy.
Air for a long time. The element either melts or dries it.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's a cake that looks like a fish. There's no fondant there.
Yum.
No edibles, metallic spray paint on that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. I've made some pretty good cakes, and I don't really consider myself to be that kind of baker. I just like to be nice to my friends.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a nice trait to have.
Here's some mousse for you. Do you feel better now?
Mousse?
Yeah.
Feel better now.
Look, they're little babies.
Baby.
That'll still take your...
Oh, well, let's talk about some train stuff, shall we? So, I don't know why there's a fly in my house. It's irritating. I have one of those bug assault things.
Fly in my house.
One of those shotgun assault
Don't
things.
swallow it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sending my cat in after it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's see, we did Sneaky
Perhaps
Dog.
he'll die.
We did Smeagol. We did the Chat GPT thing. Okay. So when I saw that Big Boy, the largest steam locomotive in history, was traveling around the United States, I thought to myself that there was something missing from this story, and it occurred to me, I wonder if
the largest steam locomotive in the world.
Yay!
I've waited my whole life to see 4014 Big Boy in action. So today is a very important day.
With crowds lining the tracks, an unexpected arrival before the main event.
There's 2102. Where's Big Boy?
you can just feel the tension.
Here it comes. It's Big Boy.
At such an important moment, my phone dies, and I have to reach for Amy's phone, which is fortunately in my other pocket.
Look at that Chad beast. And I'm not talking about Francis.
A dream come true, but 2102 is about to blow my socks off.
2102 is awesome too. I love that one too.
It's his love of trains is so wholesome.
Holy shit!
Okay, by the way, I've never heard him swear before. He just said "holy shit."
My God! Explosive wheel slip. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I feel like Francis needs a cold shower after this. That's a beautiful piece of American engineering there. Not your twee little steam trains from your narrow gauge national.
Powerful.
That's like a thing that, like, you feel that at about 30 hertz, just resonating through your bones.
Right. Exactly. There's a low res.
Also, just so everyone understands, both the 2102 and the 4014 are both running under their own power. The reason why those two other train cabs are behind the 2102 is just to power the rest of the cabs of the train that is pulling it. It's pulling. That's the only reason why it's there.
Yeah. So I saw this, which I had never seen before. The oldest garden railroad in the world, Fairplex Garden Railroad.
Today on Great Garden Railroads of America, I'm
let's make that
visiting
be a
the
little
oldest
quieter.
garden railroad in the world.
So I didn't know this was a channel.
I love him. He's so funny.
Yeah. Look at the size of this thing.
Southern California's the best place for it.
Hello and welcome to the Fairplex Garden Railroad. My name is Rick Bremer and I've been a volunteer here since the year 2000. The Garden Railroad has been here for 102 years.
Nice.
So we're very happy to be here at Fairplex. We're not a club, we're an exhibit of Fairplex, supported by the programming department with volunteers that have been supplied.
That's almost enough to make me want to go to LA. Almost. I really don't want to go to LA. But isn't this great? I mean, I didn't know there was, honestly, I did not know that there was a model railway thing this big. I've seen some pretty big, pretty elaborate things, but nothing on this scale. This thing is huge.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Did you guys already know about this?
No.
I knew about this.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, I'm
like
more
it's
used to
been
stuff
around.
on this scale.
Right.
Yeah.
And taking over the basement.
Yeah, and every now and then there'll be something that takes over like the inside of a room, but like an outdoor thing the size of that, holy crap, this thing is huge.
That is great.
It's a beast.
Mhm.
And it's nice and wholesome. Let's see, do we have any palette cleansers that will age out if I don't show them right now?
Also, like, it makes sense for that to be in Southern California because you're not having to worry about cleaning snow off the tracks all the time.
Mhm.
It's easier to maintain there. I'm not the biggest fan of Southern California, but like that was a smart place to put that.
Well, okay. Oh, well, so I I talk about, I play stuff from Mark Hasera occasionally. I know that he's a lesser known sort of military pilot guy, but a news crew caught some tier 1 operators up to some hijinks, and it's pretty amazing seeing what it looks like, the stuff that they did. I'm just going to show that for you. Not that this is a clean segue.
Well, this must have been a real shock for this Los Angeles helicopter news crew out looking for bad guys and find the good guys. 160th Sora Little Birds landing to load up Tier 1 operators. There's also an MH-60 Blackhawk involved. Notice the short time they are on the ground. And the Little Birds are already lifting off. MH-60 is grabbing a few more folks, so it's taking a little longer. But the Little Birds are out of there.
That's quite the operation for Los Angeles, on American soil. What the hell's going on, Skep?
The only thing I can think is that is a drill of some sort. That has to be a drill.
Well, they did it really well. They managed to get in those choppers and off the ground in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, they use those Little Birds to bring operators in to a theater where the operators are needed for some reason, ferry them out. They're very good in and out. They can land in postage stamp, and they can take off straight up and land straight down. Almost, it's unusual for helicopters.
Okay, one more quick thing and then we'll go. I don't think this is AI as far as I can tell, but we'll see.
Not an accident. We're at the Dollar General and you're telling everybody in there that I'm single.
I was trying to help.
I don't need help. I don't need no cougars. You don't need to know right now.
I love the fact that he's calling in his daughter like a sack of potatoes. The daughter trusts her dad so much. There's no anxiety in her voice whatsoever. She's just.
I have hauled my daughters and my granddaughters that way, just like that. Just like that. And it's like, and they're just dead weight. They trust you completely.
Yeah, I would think though that if he was the dad, assuming this is like a real thing, not having your tiny little daughter act as wingman might be okay. He's got his hands full just hauling your potato bag backside around. You know, he doesn't need to worry about fighting off all the what is he, cougars?
The cougars.
Yeah.
This is like a series because she's done this a few times because he has a channel.
Oh, really? Okay.
I've seen it on Instagram. Yeah.
I just
said a few things.
I just like seeing stuff like this with dads being good dads and being good to their kids, because I feel like dads for a long time, especially with a lot of the Me Too stuff that came out, just got shit on all the time. I got really tired of people talking about how men are just terrible, and it's like, no, we're actually mostly pretty damn awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
And
men are kind of great.
There's guys like this who don't have doorbell cams, who don't capture all this stuff, that have stuff like this happen every day. And it's great to see this guy and his daughter, the relationship that they have. I'm predicting she's not going to grow up to be a stripper. Just going to throw that out there. Yeah. Yeah. She's going to be fine.
She may make it through life without an STD.
So on, sorry, Assassin. I'm doing the best I can. This has been your Minions of the Zoo for Saturday. Thank you, panel. Thank you, chat. I'll see you all in a week. Good night.
Thank you, Harry.
Good night.
Thanks for having us. Good night, everybody.
Go pet that dog.